Thank you for purchasing the HyPlat MEA Configuration and Costing software. Simply press the logo to start. The next screen is the MEA configuration screen. You will notice that a new file name is automatically created based on the date and the time, thus preserving the default file. In this screen, the user selects the MEA configuration to be costed. For example, we can cost a simple dual direct coated CCM. We can cost a CCM, add gaskets, and a GDL to cost a gasketed MEA made from a dual direct coated CCM. Selections can be cleared at any time. Second example, we can cost a dual decal transferred CCM with gaskets and a GDL to cost a gasketed MEA made from a dual decal transferred CCM. Once the correct MEA configuration has been chosen, we go to the next screen. This screen is the pricing screen. Here, the user inputs all the values prompted in the red cells. In the pricing screen, as the user inputs values, the background will change from red to green. Once all the inputs are complete, click on the Yield and Labor Input button. You will notice that beside the Pricing Input button, there's a green box signifying that all user inputs are complete for that screen. Here in this screen, the user inputs the yield and labor allowance for every applicable process step corresponding to the MEA configuration. Once the user inputs have been completed for the yield and labor allowance screen, we press the Design Input screen. Here for the design inputs, we will input the anode and cathode platinum loading, design active area, percentage platinum on catalyst, and the percentage of catalyst in the wet ink. Once all inputs are complete, we press the Scrap Allowance Input button. In this screen, we enter the design areas, the near net shape areas, and the scrap allowances for the catalyst ink. Once all inputs have been entered, we press the Ink Design Input button. Here, the component ink formulation is entered. The anode and the catalyst percentages are already in the fields and are taken from these design inputs. The other components must be entered in the pricing input. For example, ionomer, the eye water, any added solvents. If we now go to the ink design inputs, these values are shown, and it is up to the user to enter their component percentages. Once these are entered and the totals for each equal 100%, these fields will turn green. Once the final input is entered, the MEA costs are shown in these fields. Direct material, direct labor, platinum reclaim, and final MEA costs are shown. We can now go to direct material charts to look at a breakout of direct material percentages for each of the components and go to direct labor charts to do the same for labor. From here, we can go to any screen and make changes to any values where we can see directly and immediately the effect on MEA cost. This allows us to model for different cost scenarios. Thank you, and this concludes our tutorial.